Hi everyone! I know I'm wearing the same outfit I was wearing in my last video. That's because I'm filming these intros back to back. So in my last video, I showed you guys how I made over my bathroom. This week, I posted a picture of the curtains I made, and my cousin liked them so much that she wanted to make similar curtains to those for her house. So this video is going to be focusing a little bit more on the process of how I made the curtains. My curtains are made out of this cool alchemy witchy Victorian material, but I think this was from Joann's last year's Halloween stock because they kind of ran out of this fabric right away, and her windows are much bigger than my small bathroom window is, so I had to get a different fabric that was kind of witchy, gothic-y, Victorian, Halloween-y, but still like a whitish color because she wanted it to stay white. So I went with this cool Halloween fabric. Yeah, there we go, to make the curtains out of. The other issue I ran into is that the lace I used at the bottom, they were out of it at Joann's when I went. This pretty hanging lace, kind of more generic black lace, but it's still really pretty. I ended up buying too much of it, but you know, Spooky Queen can always use a lot of black lace. So that will be what goes on the bottom of the curtains. And then once again, because when I went, they were out of tie-ins for the sides. What did I do with the fabric? So I kind of got a color that kind of matches this to wrap around, and then I'm probably gonna make black tassels out of yarn at the bottom. I hope you enjoy this video. Spooky time. My cousin told me window is 51.5 inches wide and 48 inches long. So with seam allowance, I'm going to make it 52 inches wide. You could just ignore this 52 down here. That's just part of my math. You don't need to see my crappy math, which you can kind of see over here. So it's going to be 54. So this is kind of what they're going to look like. It's going to be 52 inches long, and then 4 inches is going to be where the beam goes, and then the rest of the 46 inches are going to be how long it is. This crappy drawing right here is to show that this is the Halloween pattern, and this is where the black is going to be, and then the lace at the bottom, and then the tassels. So this crappy drawing is just kind of a layout of what it's going to look like. Oh, my makeup is so runny. That's why it sucks to sew in a small apartment that only has a window AC. As you saw from my pattern, what I'm simply going to do is sew this on. Let me get the good side showing. Sew this on here, and then sew this on the other side, and then lay it flat so that way it can equal 52 inches, and then it'll just look like a nice little cute trim on the edge. This will be folded like that, and the other side will be sewn on. The only thing I didn't realize, and something I should have realized as a seasoned seamstress, not a professional one, but a seasoned one, is that because this frays so much, it is going to be so hard to do the, what is the word? There's a word. Ugh, I can't think of the word. I'm so tired. The pole thingy that goes across. That thing. When I clean up the edge and trim the edge, it is going to have to be dealing with a bunch of this fringe, and I don't have a serger, so that's going to be hard. So instead of just cutting into the fray fabric, which is also refusing to stay still in its press, I decided to just Frankenstein, which I don't know is the proper term, but kind of works for Halloween curtains, Frankenstein a top for where the rod will go for the curtains. It might look weird with this black. It would have made more sense to frame it with the black, but once again, this fabric sucks. Alright, the rod insert is the word, I think. Came out pretty well. I think I might stitch in the ditch here to like make it so there's not just a big open space in between, but came out pretty well. Here is what the curtain will look like. And then I need to add the lace on the bottom. Alright, so it turns out I did need that extra lace because I decided to add up to the top there, and it's on both sides. Same with the bottom lace. So once I get the other curtain done, next is making the tassels and sewing on the tie-ins and hanging them up to make sure they look good, and then sending them off to my cousin. I took my flick net down so I wouldn't have to take the stick off of my curtain rods, and I was originally going to show you what it looked like in my bathroom on a window, but turns out my flick net is not long enough for that window. So now I'm showing you on my kitchen rack. Ignore the cereal, ignore the round flick net, but this is what it looks like hanging. There's the tassels, ignore the trash can. I'm sorry for this crappy shot. This is the best I can do. But yeah, this is what they look like hanging, and they look pretty even and pretty good. So now I just gotta send these to my cousin. There isn't gonna be a reveal to my cousin. One, not only because of social distancing, but two, she literally lives on the other side of the country from me, so I have to mail these to her. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You are giving me for this crappy end shot, and you have a great day.